While the Rolling Stones may be known for their epic hard rock songs, if you're gonna go acoustic, this is how you do it. Today I want to share with you a beautiful song that features raspy vocals from Mick Jagger, a soulful groove from the band, and a very mysterious 12-string guitar part. In fact, I'm going to show you the part that's on the recording in a way that no one has done online. I believe this is the first lesson you will ever see on the internet about this, and I'm sure after I post this, there will be lots of copies of it, but you heard it here first, and I believe it's the most accurate. So you take a listen and decide. But keep in mind, I'm going to show you this tuning. It's a little bit more advanced. I've got a 12-string guitar. We're going to be changing the tuning and doing some interesting things. If you're looking for just an easier lesson, I do have that as well. You can check it out on my blog or on my channel, just showing it to you in standard tuning. But when you listen to these old recordings, a lot of the little tricks that the band did really make the sound of the recording. Now, this isn't necessarily practical to do live. It's something that you would do in the studio, but it really helps you get the sound. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get started. The first thing you got to do is, if you're in standard tuning, is you got to take your low E string and drop it down to a drop D, okay? Then what you're going to do after that is you're going to tune the rest of the strings to an open E chord. So it's going to go B, E, G sharp, B, E. So it's a strange tuning. You've got this E on top and then the low D in the bass, which is the flat 7. It's like an E7 tuning with the D in the bass. Very unusual. But that's just the first part. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put a capo on the 3rd fret. So let me grab a capo here. And we're going to do a partial bar. Okay, so we're just going to cover the 1st string through the 5th string. This is a little tricky, especially on a 12 string, because you got to make sure you get all the strings. So you're capoing strings 1 through 5. This is called a partial capo, and then you're leaving off the 6th string. Now, a lot of times Keith Richards would actually just play without the 6th string. He wouldn't even have it on the guitar. But on this recording, you can clearly hear, if you listen in the right speaker to the guitar part, that we're learning the main strumming to this song. You'll hear at times throughout the recording this low D string come in. And so it's clearly a bass string that is on the guitar. Now, you may have to recheck your tuning, right? So just check that all the 3rd fret notes are in tune. That happens sometimes with the capo. It gets a little out of tune. But once you're there, then you can start and play the intro like this. So we're going from a G chord to an A minor chord, just the 1 up to the 2, the song's in the key of G, and because we're tuned to E on the top strings, we've got E, F, F sharp, G, right? So we're tuned to E, but then when you capo it, you've now got a G chord here. So this is basically the home key right here. It's just the top strings open like this. And then at the beginning, we're going to go to an A minor on the top 4 strings and just play 2, 1, 2, open, okay? That's the 2nd chord. So we're just going to go back and forth. G, 2, 3, 4, then A minor, 2, 3, 4, then G, 2, 3. Just a simple progression there. Now later you can play this full A minor, which would be, adding in the 5th string, 2, 2, 1, 2, open. We're going to use that as well, but nice easy way is just on the top strings like that, and it sounds like at the beginning you don't really hear the low bass note, but if you want to add it in, you can. So strumming, let's talk about that. It starts out with this kind of this drag, right? Just that's an up, down, just right on the first beat. 1, 2, E and a 3 and 4, E and a. It's gonna go, if I take away that first up, the main strumming pattern is gonna go down, down, up, down, down, up, down. That's a quarter note, then a dotted eighth note to a 16th note, and then 2 eighth notes. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, then E and a. That's a quick 16th note on the E of 4, 4 E with an up, and then a down on the last and of 4. So all together it goes 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. If I say the strumming directions, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. That's the main strumming pattern for the whole tune. And then you could proceed all of that at the top with this drag. It's just a little embellishment. Then you go to the next chord and keep the same strumming going. Now check this out. I love this part here. Oh, I love that. So simple. All it is though is the arpeggiation of that A minor. 2, 1, 2, open, and then back up. 2, 1. So okay, that's the intro. Then we go to the verse. Okay, so we've got a couple new chords here. And this is a B minor, which looks like that A minor. It's just up 2 frets, okay? And that's gonna be in the first bar. We're gonna go B minor, 2, and 3, and 4, and then G. Now check this out. There's all kinds of little just beautiful embellishments you'll hear, and this is one of the main ones. You're going to start on the 3rd string, hammer to the 1st fret, then play it again, then go open, then play the open 4th string. It's so simple, but it sounds so good. Then you go back to B minor, and you can do that throughout, you know, where you got the G, then A minor, the things you wanted. Now check this out. Ah, oh, that's so good. So that's what I'm talking about, where you hear that low bass string come in, that low D. So let me back up here. What I did was A minor, this is the 5th bar, and then you go up to C. I love this about open tunings. You've got here the 1 chord, you can play the 4 chord just 5 half steps up from there. That's a perfect 4th away. You know, it's just, you can hear that, you know, with the ear training, just perfect 4th and then perfect 5th, G. Okay, so that chord there, D, at the 7th fret, then you can play the low bass in there, and then go to G. Now, when we have these quick moves from C to D, it's actually 3 beats on the C chord, then 1 beat on D, then back to G. So the way we split up the pattern is that last the last up down of the pattern is the final chord, and then you go to the next change. So it would be like this: C, 2, 3, 4, E and a 1. That's ba ba ba. Da 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 da. D, then. Okay, then you work your way back down, and you hear this, kind of these quick little passing chords throughout the recording. It's so beautiful. So that was D, C, B minor. Then you go back to the top. If you've struggled to figure out songs like this by ear, and you're just kind of beating your head against the wall with recordings, then I want to give you a gift that's going to help you out. And what it is my free ear training cheat sheet. Just go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear, and you can download this cheat sheet that's going to show you important intervals and different relationships like what I'm talking about between the chords, so you can start hearing these sounds and pick it up on your favorite recordings. It's completely free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear and grab that now as my gift to you. So let me back up. Here's the entire verse. Again, the verse starts on the B minor and it's 8 bars long. It goes twice. So I'll just play it. Here's the second time around. 1, 2, 3, 4. here we go on to the chorus, and this is where they sang wild horses. Here's the next 4 bars. And wild horses couldn't drag me away. All right, so let me break down what I'm playing here. It starts out on the A minor chord. We've got 1 bar of A minor. 1, 2, and a 3, and 4, and then we go up to C, and we have a split bar, C to D, and that's C for 3 beats, and then that quick D, D, G. Okay, so it's gonna go 1, 2, and a 3, and 4, and a G. Okay, now we have a new chord. We're gonna play 2 beats on G, then 2 beats on F. Now this is a new shape, 3, 2, 1, 3, starting on the 5th string. So we're gonna play those 2 chords there, just 2 beats each. So, couldn't drag me away. Now there you can just go 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, then C, 1, 2, and a 3, and B minor. Okay. And then go back down to A minor. Now this is the full shape here, and if that's too hard, you can always just like C, kind of start with that shape, which looks like an E chord, right? That should be pretty familiar. And then you can add your pinky in. But whenever I have like kind of quick passing chords, you don't have to plant down the whole chord. Just, you know, get kind of the meat of it and then move on. Wild horses. Same thing again. Couldn't drag me. Now here we just stay on C. Okay? Then we go back to the verse. Or later in the song, we go to the last section you need to know, and that's the bridge. Here we're gonna go to the F chord. The verse is 6 bars long. It starts on the F, it goes F, 2, 3, 4, then C. Then again, F, 2, 3, 4, C. Then we do the quick D, G. 2 bars of G there to finish off the bridge. So those are the sections you need to know. There's just 3, sans the intro. If you count the intro, that's 4. But you put those together in the order of the song, and that's how you play it. So again, this is a complicated tuning, right? We've got a partial capo, we've got drop D here on 12 strings. So if you made it this far in the lesson, this is pretty advanced. So be patient with yourself, and if you need help being able to figure out songs like this so you can listen to any song you want, recognize the notes, recognize the chords, and play by ear, then just go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear and grab my free ear training cheat sheet. This is gonna help you get started. It's completely for free. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this one, I think you'll really like this one next.